will once again be introducing you to some of the best prep athletes in the country, and we'll begin today in our nation's capital with a 5-star talent at linebacker. That's this week's 5-star feature. There are plenty of things to know about Mekhail Sherman. His middle name is Jacques, so his teammates call him MJ. He's a 5-star linebacker, and he attends St. John's College High School in Washington, D.C. But if there's only one thing you should know about Sherman, he's a leader. That was never more evident than last season when he wasn't able to play. Sherman missed almost all of his junior season with a torn ACL, but he still found ways to make St. John's better.
He was back as soon as he could be on crutches, came to every practice and led us. And not just led us like, oh, he's there, but I mean, he's out there leading. And I call him coach, you know? For a lot of kids who are great athletes and get injured, that's a real difficult thing mentally.
It did take me a day or two, but once again, I look myself in the mirror and you understand life is a game of chess. So you always got to come down to this one question: what's your next move? Is your next move to be a stick in the mud and just sit there, you know, and be negative energy or be a bad strawberry in the patch? Or is your next move to be something positive?
And I'm talking with him and he's like, you know, coach, I'm learning so much. He said, you know, I want to be a physical therapist, and I'm really learning in this from the patient's point of view, and I'm learning so much about it. And he's staying so positive, and he's looking at every opportunity to expand his own knowledge, to expand his own awareness of a lot of different things, and that really encapsulates a lot of what MJ is about.
If the closest thing I can get to football is quote-unquote coaching or, you know, helping around the team and doing what I can do, I would do that. You know, I was on a pedestal being this 5-star kid, you know, this big dominant force on the field to be right back on the bench because of an injury. So it's a new fire, new flame.
That new fire is simply being added to the old fire Sherman has had for football since he was first introduced to the game by a friend. After a youth coach invited young Mikhail to give it a try, he was hooked even after a rough first practice.
I practiced that day. I didn't have no equipment. However, that day it rained and the team was punished. And I was with punishment runs, after punishment drills and everything like that. And I was soggy, soaking wet with mud. And I was like, I can do this again. No lie, I can do this again. I want to do it again because I feel like it brought something out of me that I want to keep building on. And knowing that I was still a raw product, which I am today, I'm still raw, I knew that someone with the right technique and the right skills got their hands on me, and if, you know, me being coachable and disciplined to the craft and everything like that, this could turn out really special for me.
The desire to play for a veteran coach at a strong program led Sherman to St. John's and Coach Joe Casamento. His program takes a lot of pride in playing a challenging schedule.
When I got the job, when Griff asked me to take the job here, I said, look, I don't want to play in this pond. It takes time to build a culture. So my thing was, if we go play the toughest schedule in America, the kids who truly want to be great, they'll find us.
Now that he's healthy, Sherman is using his senior year to prove he's still one of the country's elite linebackers.
I do pride in my versatility because I feel like that makes me different when it talks about linebackers. You know, when you see the two highest paid linebackers in the NFL today, you used to talk about Von Miller and Khalil Mack. Why? Because it's versatile. But those guys will never be taken off the field. Those are 4-down linebackers, and that's where I pride myself to be. To make offensive coordinators and Knights wrestlers is a little personal achievement to me. To make them scratch their heads, throw their clipboards, you can do whatever, you know? Just to be like, yo, we cannot stop number 23.
He's got the desire, he's got a great motor. He's an athlete, he can run, he's big, he's strong, and he can run. So he's got those things, he's talented. He's beginning to get more and more awareness of recognizing things faster and faster and faster. But he's just got such a great motor. He's going as hard as he can go every second. A lot of guys talk about that sort of thing, but you can tell. That's why, just like a college coach can say, oh, that kid's gonna go to the league, I can say, oh, there's a BCS kid. You know, and you can just tell, and he's got it.
The linebacker position is perfect for MJ because he embraces leading his teammates and making plays.
Just get me to that ball. You know, I love the linebacker position. Basically, it's the quarterback of the defense. At first, I never really accepted it. I was like, why everybody gotta follow me? Why everybody gotta copy what I'm doing? Why can't I just do me and be myself and be my own lane? This is inevitable that it's gonna happen. People gonna follow your ways. If you're doing good, people gonna try to find out why you're doing good.
He's got that confidence, but I think if you talk to our kids, I mean, we got kids on offense, if we said, hey, we're gonna go play Maryland, my guys would go, well, coach, we're gonna score. You think the defense can hold them? I mean, it's like, we want that. I want that. Now, I don't want arrogance, but I want that desire to be great. And MJ's got it.
Just as it was when he was looking for a high school, Sherman was looking for a college program that would provide him a coaching staff and a schedule that would push him to his limits. He found everything he wanted with the Georgia Bulldogs.
So Georgia is a family vibe, family culture. It's the same thing that attracted me to St. John's. You know, and it's not just the football aspect. I feel like, and I understand, in God's grace, anywhere I went, I would have been successful. However, I felt like Georgia was going to make me to the man that I'm trying to be.
While Sherman is making a last run at a Washington Catholic Athletic Conference championship with St. John's, he's already making an impact on the next generation.
We had an 8th grader come in here, great-looking linebacker, young kid, and he's with his mom, and we're talking about stuff, and I'm talking about the philosophy and the school and what it offers. And he said, I said, any questions? And he asked a few, but then he said, well, I want to be like MJ Sherman. This is an 8th grader, you know, and he said, well, how do I do that? And I said, well, you see that weight room right there? Go in there 4 days a week for the rest of your 4 years here and work as hard as you can every day. And when you go to practice, be focused and as intense as you can every day and watch those guys, and that's how you get there.
I can't just sit here and talk with my tongue. I gotta talk with my actions. And that's how I'm rolling, that's how I'm rocking. I just know it's not just gonna be the same MJ you saw sophomore year. It's gonna be a new experience, a new wiser MJ that you saw senior year. And just pop the popcorn. That's all I gotta say.